Hello, for today's lesson we are going to talk about instructional design, and this is the second topic of lecture. If you translate this instructional design in BM, okay, it means reka bentuk pengajaran, but we know that pengajaran in BM, if we translate to English, it also carry the word teaching. But one thing you must differentiate after this lesson, what are the difference between teaching and instructional. Okay, let's take a look at what we are going to learn from this topic. Okay, the first one is you must know how to define the meaning of concept and roles of instructional design. Also, you must know some model, some model or some framework that focus on the integration of technology in education. Okay, the first one is called SAMR model. The second one is a framework, it's called PDPP. Then we have two instructional design model, which is AD and Assure. And also you need to focus on use of appropriate instructional design model for teaching and learning. Okay, so for your if you want to get a more understanding about what is instructional design, you may watch the video. And after the video, I hope you can define or use your own word to tell what is instruction, what is instructional design, and what is instructional technology. Okay, this is the video, but we are you need to watch it during your e-learning times. Okay, here I just want to pinpoint some main point or keywords from the video. Okay, the first one, what is instruction? Okay, instruction is the way in which information is discovered and learned. Okay, if you look at this definition, then instruction is more of student-centered, which means we don't use the teacher-centered method, okay, but we let the student learn by themselves. They learn by themselves, they discover it by themselves. Teacher don't tell the answer to the student, let them think. Okay, and in order to achieve this, so there must be some way of how teacher design the lesson. When we look at what is instructional design. So, instructional design is the systematic development of instruction based on the analysis of learning need and the appropriate application of instructional theory and methodology. Okay, here we have three parts, which is important point for instructional design. The first one is instructional design. When we say that instructional design, we don't simply like carry out the lesson, or we don't simply like open the laptop, open the computer, and create a PowerPoint. Of course, that will be the fastest method. And maybe for those senior teacher. Okay. But instructional design requires the teacher to develop the lesson systematically. which means we must follow some order or some procedure, yeah, or some guidelines, yeah, from A to B to C to D. Okay, so we can say that instructional design is something of like scientific base also, yeah. It's not that based on what the teacher know, and then they can just tomorrow class they no need to do any preparation, just enter the class and then carry out the lesson, yeah. That is the old method. Okay, instructional design also mean that the teacher need to analyze learning needs, yeah. We need to focus on education. Okay, what's the main purpose of education, yeah? That is to help the student solve their learning problem or solve their learning needs, yeah. So in terms of need there are two, yeah. One is the what the student know at the moment, and what we think that they need to go to, you know, what's the level that they think to they need to improve, yeah. And that's why we need to tell in the lesson planning, yeah. uh, One of the very important part is to write appropriate clear and appropriate learning objective, yeah. And the third part is that the appropriate application of instructional theory and methodology, eh? Okay, let us imagine lah, yeah. Now we used to see that I think you maybe you seen before this traditional medicine seller in which they sell the traditional herbal medicine in the pasar malam or in the what in the pasar lah, yeah. When they, yeah, okay, when they perform their performance, yeah, okay, they will before they sell the medication they will do some performance lah, yeah. For example, they will play with the snake, yeah. They will show all kinds of like up kung fu, yeah. So it really attracted the audience, yeah. Now let's us think in this way, yeah. Let's switch the role between teacher and the traditional medicine seller, yeah. Now you the teacher, okay, you play the role of traditional medicine seller, and that traditional medicine seller go to your class and replace you, yeah. Of course, when they go to your class, yeah, they will do the same thing as when they sell the medicine in the pasar malam. They will bring out the snake, yeah, and I'm sure your student will be attracted, okay, by this the method the way the traditional medicine seller perform, yeah, in the class, yeah. So does that mean that you or when you go to the pasar malam and you try to sell the medicine, okay, I don't think that you will sell better than the traditional medicine seller lah, yeah, because you don't bring a snake, yeah. So does that mean that the teacher roles can be replaced by the medicine traditional medicine seller, yeah? Of course not, no, yeah. Why? The main reason is because teacher, we are well trained, okay, and we don't simply teach, or we don't simply carry out the lesson, yeah. All the lesson must be based on theory and also based on the methodology, yeah. So that's why you learn although that you have a degree, yeah, But you, in order to become a teacher, you must also undergo 1 year, 1.5 year of this PDPP program, where you will be you learn a lot of this mainly about this theory of learning lah, yeah, theory of learning, and also all type of method of teaching, yeah. Okay, so this is the definition, yeah. So what you want to tell what is the instruction design model is, must, the first thing is follow a systematic way, yeah. Second thing is it must solve the educational purpose, yeah. And the third thing is based on the theory and methodology, yeah. Okay, here is another e-learning video for you to watch, yeah, later. Then we'll talk about domain of instructional technology, yeah. Okay, when we say technology, actually what does it mean, yeah? Or domain mean in BM it means bidang lah, yeah. Or in another word is how far is the field of instructional technology cover, yeah. Okay, just like we say about what is the syllabus of English for year 1, yeah, how far that is go, yeah. So for instructional technology, it can be it cover 5 domains, yeah. First one is development, design, development, application, management, and evaluation, yeah. As usual, with design, we talk about it before. It means planning, yeah. Before we do anything, we must plan first, yeah. We must identify who are the learner. We must set up the learning purpose, yeah. Then you go to development, yeah. Development, then only after we have a very well designed planning, then we really go and develop that. For example, then only you develop the PowerPoint, or you select a appropriate teaching aid, yeah. Okay, then you go to application. I mean, you bring that teaching aid into class and apply it, yeah, during your teaching and learning, yeah. Later it will be the management, yeah. Management means how do you manage the teaching aid after the teaching, yeah. So are you going to keep it? Are you going to keep it in the pen drive, or upload it into the Google Drive, yeah. How do you manage your files, yeah. All those are management, yeah. And the last thing, everything end with evaluation, yeah. So we must know whether what we have done before, all the 4 stages, is it really effective or not, yeah. How to improve it, yeah, in the future, yeah. Okay, then we'll talk about what is a model, yeah. Okay, model, what we are going to use the word model, it's not a real world model, yeah, but it's a human construct model to help us better understand the real world system. Okay, as you can see from this picture, this is the word, the real world, but model just simplify it. Okay, we just simplify what's the real world is, yeah. Okay, and then we have after the model, if the model actually is something that is temporary lah, yeah. But if model can be established, then it become theory, yeah. So theory is more permanent lah. Model is like more temporary. Everyone can create their own model. You can create your own model, yeah. So model is like, for example, like model of for example, like those days, you know what is a model of rain saliran, yeah. Model pengaliran saliran, yeah. How's water flow from the sky go into the earth, yeah, then it evaporated, become the cloud, yeah, then it become rain again. Yeah, so there is a representation of a real world model lah. Yeah, theory of course is more permanent lah. Yeah, so like theory of gravity, yeah, those kind of thing are more permanent, right? So what we are going to use the word model is more on this conceptual lah. Yeah, which means it's an idea to suggest what a system is or how a system is working. Yeah. Okay. This is just now what I say, the drainage model. Yeah. Okay. Then we go to the next one. SAMR model. Yeah. So how teacher can integrate technology? Yeah. Right. Here there is a this is a video for you to watch, okay, during your e-learning time, so that you can better understand what is this SAMR model. Yeah. Okay, if you look at this SAMR model, actually it mean okay, actually it mean there are four step. Yeah, four step of how teacher integrate technology, yeah, into the teaching and learning. The first step is called the substitution. Yeah, which means technology act as a direct tool substitute. Yeah, with no functional change. Yeah. Okay. Example here we use Google Earth. Okay. Sorry, yeah, this is a bit small. I'll look at the big picture. Okay, so for example, we use a Google Earth instead of an atlas to locate a place. You want to look for a place, alright, you open the Google Earth, then as usual you just like you browse the Google Earth as though that you look at the atlas. Yeah, that's all. Okay, you don't use other additional function of Google Earth. Yeah. Then we go more one step further, which is augmentation. Yeah. So augmentation mean technology act as a direct tool substitute with functional improvement, with some improvement. Yeah. For example, we use Google Earth ruler to measure the distance between two places. Yeah. So in Google Earth, okay, if we want to know the distance between two places, we can use the tools. Yeah, there's a ruler tools, okay, which will let us easily know the distance between two. We can know directly lah. Yeah, of course, if you can also measure the distance between two places in the atlas. Yeah, but that will be like involve a few steps. Yeah? First, you need a ruler, you need to measure, you need to convert from cm to km. Yeah? Look at the map, scale of the map. So it's not that easy. Yeah. So with this additional function, it make the what the distance. We can know the distance faster. Yeah. Then we go to the further step, which is modification. Yeah. Technology allow for significant task redefined, which means instead of the task that we do normally with the LS, now we can have a new new tools or new feature. Yeah. For example, we use a Google Earth layer such as panoramic and 360 60 360 degree, yeah, to research location, yeah. Okay, so which means in the one thing that you cannot do in the atlas as you can do it in the Google Earth is Google Earth offer panoramic views, yeah, or we say that 360-degree view lah, yeah. This is totally, yeah, a new function. Okay, as though that we are in that place, we can look around 360 degree, yeah. Then we go to the redefinition, yeah. So technology allow for the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable, yeah. All right, so just now is a redesign, okay. Now it's totally a new one, yeah. For modification is we modify existing one and make it better, yeah. And redefinition means create a new one. So for example, create a narrated Google Earth guided tour and share this online, right? This function we cannot get it from the atlas at all, yeah, the traditional atlas. Okay, so these are the, okay, I have to look at the slide on my next screen. I have two monitor screen here. Hope it's not annoy you, yeah. Okay, next we'll talk about what is TPAC, yeah. So there's a video also for you to watch, yeah. You can watch it during your e-learning time. Okay, basically TPAC is a framework, yeah. It's a kerangka, yeah, framework. Alright, so this framework suggested by Kohler and Misra in 2008, yeah. So what does TPAC mean? Yeah? Okay, it's a acronym, yeah, acronym of T is technological, P is pedagogical, A is N, C is content, and K is knowledge. Yeah. So according to Kohler and Misra, TPAC ini emphasize the interaction between content, pedagogy, and technology. Yeah. It's a conceptual framework describing the knowledge base for teacher to effective teach with technology. Yeah. So previously, when we say a good teacher, okay, a good teacher must have a sound knowledge of the field that they teach. Yeah. So for example, you are as a teacher, so your command of English, yeah, your language skill, your language knowledge must be very powerful, yeah. Then along with this content, okay, a teacher also must know how to teach, okay, which means a teacher must know all this pedagogy knowledge, yeah. So all those like learning theory, yeah, teaching method, yeah, psychology of education, sociology of education, yeah. So those will form the second part, okay. So traditionally, a teacher with a sound content knowledge and a good pedagogical knowledge is called a good teacher, yeah. But after, you see, 2006, they introduced this framework. So in the 21st century, a teacher must have another element, which is called technology, yeah. This is unavoidable, yeah, nowadays. So TPAC stress that a good teacher in 21st century must have a sound knowledge of content, pedagogy, and also technology lah, yeah. Alright, so this is a framework, yeah, serve as a background knowledge for you lah, yeah, as well as a SAMR, yeah. It will not not directly involved lah, yeah, with your coursework. Yeah, these two. Okay, here we have next one is what? Yeah. Okay, actually this is the next one we are going to talk about AD model. Yeah. So actually this is the video lah. Yeah, about AD model. You can watch later. And okay, as I say, as I said before this, yeah, a model is only a conceptual model lah. Yeah, it tells what something that should be. Yeah. So for example, yeah, this AD model, okay, is a model. We call this AD model is a product-based model. Yeah. What is a product-based model? Okay, so when a teacher want to develop a teaching aid, for example, you want to develop now for your assignment, you want to develop a Google site, yeah, is it? Yeah. So what are those guideline or step that can help you, yeah, uh, so that you can develop a Google site, yeah. So we try to look at what's the definition of instructional design. Yeah? It's a systematically way. Yeah? All right. So here in the AD model, okay, it consists of 5 phases. Yeah, 5 phases. So each phases will guide the teacher lah. Yeah, when they want to develop a product. Okay, a product. It can be a Google site, yeah, it can be a PowerPoint, it can be you want to develop a module, yeah, a learning module, okay. So a teacher can follow this 5 step of AD model lah, okay. So here we can see the first step is called the analysis, yeah. Okay, before we start with the development of the Google site, yeah, first thing you must analyze, yeah, especially analyze your learner, yeah. So we must know, identify what's the existing problem, yeah, okay, and then another one is conduct a learning need analysis, yeah. For example, like now, okay, you want to develop a Google site, yeah. Of course, you don't just develop just because you want to develop lah, yeah. But now, of course, you develop it because of the assignment, yeah. So before you develop that website, one question you must think is, what is the problem faced by your student? Okay, so based on that, you can select your topic, yeah. For example, from your experience, you know that your student, they are very weak at how to use this a, and the, yeah, a, and the, and they always make a mistake, okay. So that is a problem, right? And then you must conduct the learning need analysis, yeah. Learning need analysis means we must know what's your student their prior knowledge, yeah, what's their current level of knowledge about this a, and the, yeah. And then also we must try to know what are the suitable level they can go, yeah. And then also during this phase, teacher must finalize the learning or other learning requirement lah, yeah. For example, you want to create a Google site, yeah. Okay, what are some other learning requirement. Of course, your student must be able to access the Google site, yeah, or else if you create this Google site but your student don't have a facility to access the Google site, then which means it's useless also. Yeah? So you must uh, try to know, what's the best delivery method, yeah, what's the format of your teaching aid, and what's the format of what are those media that you suggest you want to use in your Google site, yeah, is that suitable to your learner, yeah. Then we go to the second step, it is this design, yeah. So design here, then only after analyze design mean you really come up with the black and white planning lah, yeah. So you define the learning objective and the instructional strategies, yeah. So the most two important part, yeah. Okay, define course purpose and learning objective, yeah. So here you must at least tell, yeah, after a student or a learner visited your website or your Google site, what they will become or what they will achieve, yeah. Then the plan, course structure and content, yeah? So what are the content of of the Google site, yeah. Plan instructional strategy, how do you want to deliver your your content, yeah, over the Google site. Okay, you may use some method. For example, you may use a role play method. You may use a gamification method. Yeah, you may use a inquiry method, exploration method. Yeah. Then only you go to development. You only here after a well analysis and design. Then you go to open the laptop, yeah, and create the Google site, yeah. Then implementation mean you prepare to use the Google site, yeah, in your teaching and learning, yeah. So Google site can be a method of what you call like a self-assessed learning, yeah. Self-assessed learning mean the student they learn by their own, yeah. And the last one will be evaluation, yeah. So evaluate, assess the effectiveness of course instruction, yeah. So this is any model, okay. Now we move on to the next model. Here there's another video, yeah. Okay, the next one is called the Assure Instructional Design Model, yeah. So just now we talk about ADDIE. ADDIE is more about product. When you want to develop a product, we use ADDIE model as a guideline. Yeah. But now let's say you want to plan for a lesson. Okay. How you want to use media, yeah, instructional media, or another word is teaching aid lah, yeah, in your lesson, in that lesson. Okay. That lesson maybe 1 hours of lesson lah, yeah, 2 periods, yeah. So in that case, then we need this Assure model. So Assure is called a classroom-based model, yeah. A classroom-based model, which means it's a model that can help you to prepare for a lesson to your student in the classroom, yeah. Okay. So Assure model, there are 6 steps lah. Yeah, there are 6 steps. Okay, start with the analyze learner. Right. So for Assure model, what you must pay attention to is if you try to do your essay writing, or you want to do for your Assure model will be your task 2, isn't it? Yeah, task 2, yeah, graphic organizer, yeah. So you must pay attention to each step. Each step have a sub steps, yeah, sub step, or we call the keywords, yeah, for that step, yeah. For example, if you look at the analyze learner, there are three sub step, yeah. The first one is called the general characteristic. Okay, what's the ciri-ciri umum pelajar, yeah. For example, how many student, okay, how many male, how many female, yeah, what's their age, yeah, so, or maybe their family income, yeah. uh, so those are the general characteristic lah, yeah. The second thing is entry level competency, yeah. In other words, prior knowledge. Okay, entry level competency mean what are the existing knowledge that they have, yeah. So you must analyze that, yeah. And then the third one will be the learning style, yeah. Of course, in education theory, yeah, you learn a lot of this learning style, yeah. But the short model is stress on these three type of learning style, yeah. First one is called the uh, visual learning style, yeah. Second one is called the auditory learning style, and the third one is called the kinesthetic learning style, yeah. So you must know your student whether they learn better when they look at the something they can look at, yeah, they can read the text, they can read the picture, yeah, or they can watch a video, yeah. A second type of student is they learn best when they can hear something, yeah. They must hear something, then only those things will go into their memory, yeah. The third type of student is called the kinesthetic style of student, yeah. So these students, they like to move around, they like to task, they like to use something, yeah. uh, so after you know your student learning style, after you know the entry level competency and so their general characteristic, then only you will better understand what learning objective for them, yeah. And there is the second stage, yeah. So second stage, state objective, yeah. A show model stress the uh, writing of proper learning objective by using ABCD style, yeah. I'm sure teacher in school very used to the ABCD lah, yeah. A mean who is the audience, okay. B mean behavior, C mean conditional, and D is degree, yeah. So for example, you want to create a website, yeah, to solve a student problem of A, N, and the, yeah. Okay, so you may write, for example, student can write, student, yeah, can write, yeah. So write is a behavior, yeah. So when they can write, we can observe, yeah. Can write uh, a sentence with correct usage of A, of A lah, yeah, for example lah, yeah. I'm not so good in this English objective, yeah. So after the B, behavior, write, yeah. So write what? They can write a sentence, yeah. They can write a sentence. Sentence is a correct sentence. Sentence is a condition, yeah. Then they can write a sentence with proper use of A, yeah. Okay, so with the proper use of A is degree, okay. How we want to measure their correctness, yeah. If they can write using a proper A, then that's considered as a degree lah, correct, yeah. Alright, so you may write your own example. Then we go to the third one, which is select method, media, and material, yeah. So here we have method. After we know the objective, then the next one will be a teacher must select a teaching method that is suitable for to achieve that objective. Yeah. Right. So method here refer to all type of teaching method lah. Yeah. Whether you want to use a group work, you want to use a simulation, you want to use this demonstration. Yeah. Or some or other method. Yeah. Then after you select the method, okay, you must select a proper media to be used for the method. Yeah. So here we have media and material. Yeah. Media refer to 5 type of media lah. Yeah. Text, graphic, audio, video, and animation. Yeah. Whereas material are those we can say that those supportive. Yeah. Supportive things or tools that we use. Yeah. For example, you want to use uh, you want to use a method of for example like role play. Okay. So your student will act as a, for example, as a as a businessman, as a father, as a mother. Yeah. And then they will build a sentence. So before that, you want them to watch a video. Okay. Video songs showing these correct uses of a and the. Right. Then after student watch the video, okay, you want to give them some exercise. Yeah. So you prepare a worksheet, and that worksheet can be a material. Yeah. Then we go to the next one, which is utilize media and material. Yeah. So a lot of people, they may have a misconception. Yeah. Utilize means I use the media lah. So we mean you use the media that you have selected. Yeah. In your classroom. Yeah. Actually, if you look at the utilize, yeah, it's stressed on a lot of P. Yeah. P. Yeah. The word start with the P. Yeah. The first one is preview. Yeah. P for preview. Okay. Actually, you don't at this stage utilize before you actually use your media in the classroom. Yeah. You must preview it first. Yeah. You must play the video whether it can play smoothly. You must check the content of that video whether it's proper or not for the Malaysia culture, yeah, background. Okay, then the second one will be prepare environment. Yeah. So those days, if in the school lah, yeah, of course, if you want to show a video to your student in the classroom, you must have equipment lah, yeah, LCD projector, LCD screen. Yeah. Or maybe you want to bring them to the audiovisual rooms. Yeah. Then the third one is what? Produce instruction. Yeah. Provide instruction. Yeah. Okay, so provide instruction. One of the provide instruction is we must prepare them. Yeah, you must prepare your student. Maybe at the end of today's lesson, you will tell them next lesson what they have to do. Yeah. Tell them to go back and collect some example of a and the sentences. Yeah. Okay, so actually there are some other P lah. Yeah, so you can refer to the reference and look for the complete P. Yeah, for this stage. Then we move on to require learner participation. Yeah, so Assure actually is a model that is really student center. Yeah, so here a teacher must think of what are the activity. Yeah, we don't only show the video to the student. Yeah, for example, during the beginning of the class, you show a Mr. Bean video to your student laugh, and then nothing to do, yeah, with their learning, yeah. So of course, after we show the Mr. Bean, yeah, video, we must prepare some activity for them, yeah, so that there will be some active learning, yeah. For example, you may ask them, yeah, to list out uh, what are the words, yeah, that student can notice in the in the video. Okay, Mr. Bean performs some action. Yeah? Mr. Bean brush the teeth. Mr. Bean wash the face. Yeah? Mr. Bean uh, wake up. Yeah, so they can use identify all those word lah. Yeah, and the last thing is evaluate and revise. Yeah, so it's mean same as the AD model. The last step. Yeah, but a sure model is just on revise. Yeah. So after we know what are the effect, what are the uh, positive sides, yeah, we and then also the negative side, a teacher must revise lah, yeah. So evaluate here we have a formative and summative, and also evaluation on the media itself, evaluation on the student performance, evaluation on the student response, evaluation on the teacher that himself, yeah. Uh, so this is a sure instructional design model, yeah. And that's the end of this lesson, so you may proceed to tutorial task, yeah. So thank you.